Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are creating a custom journal spread for my patron Amanda, and so we are going to get started on that. So she wanted an 8x8 notebook, and she wanted it to be feminine, and then she wanted the spread to be pink and girly. So I have grabbed a lot of materials. Here are a bunch of tapes, so we're just going to see what happens. We're not going to use everything that's listed, that's put here, but many of the things are from the washi tape shop, like these ones. These ones are from Planny Thing. This one doesn't have anything on the inside. Was it wrong at some point, or Archer and Olive? I'm not sure. But it's not washi tape shop since it's not listed on the inside. These ones were from a site like Journal Say or something like that. This is my favorite tape ever. I can find it on Amazon lately, so I'll try to remember to link that. And then this one I just received from Paper World. It is from Simply Gilded. It was one of the freebie items from the Paper World expo. It's got these bows that are perfectly symmetrical and even. I thought those would be perfect. So let's take a look at the notebook I selected, and then we'll get to it. So this notebook is beautiful, and I love the little arch frame with the florals poking out of it. I think it's so cute. It's kind of like a soft linen cover. Oh, look, there's a little thing right there as well. Nothing on the back. So like all their other stuff, there's a pen loop here, one strap, gold foil pattern on that side. And then it goes into the dot grid, which is 160 GSM. We have two notebook bookmarks that match the cover. One of them has the little "and" on it. And then in the very back is a pocket. All right, so that is the notebook. Like always, I usually don't use this page in the Dutch door because it's part of that. And so what I was thinking was I haven't really played with faux Dutch doors in a large notebook like this. So I was thinking we could create some faux Dutch doors with these as an actual Dutch door after the fold. And I thought that could be kind of cute. So if we do that, I would want 2 or 3 pages on each side, and they would have to kind of match though. So you have to think about this carefully. One will be this, because this will be easy to do. And then one of these 3 is going to be the very last page with something coming here. I'm just not sure which one. Then maybe one for florals of some kind. Maybe 2 for florals of some kind. So I think 3 pages in between. This might be a long video. Okay, so we're going to do 3. I'm setting myself up for big things. Okay, so 3. So this is going to be the faux Dutch door. Am I sure of this? Or do I want to do 2? I think 3. Okay, so we're just going to fold these to get started. And I don't want to fold them right into the crack, because if you go all the way to the crack, the problem, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're about to cut this off. But if you're not cutting this off, if you go all the way to the crack, sometimes it doesn't want to close all the way, and then it messes up your paper. So I like to go like just a tiny bit out from the center of the notebook. All right, so we've got these folds. This is what's called a faux Dutch door, so it looks like a Dutch door, but it's not. Okay, so what we're gonna do is create the Dutch doors with the bows. And just make a little faux, or it's a faux Dutch door with a Dutch door. So we've got the fold here, so we have more usable space. but we're also going to have it stop there. So you'll be able to see this inner strip. So we are going to go ahead and put down the both of these facing each other before we make any cuts. And these are perfectly symmetrical. So they should work out on the back side, I think. We'll see. All right, so how many in is that? It's about 3.5 dots inwards. We're gonna start it about there. 3.5 dots inwards would be right about there. Let's see if we can get this. It's really thin. Oh, I didn't quite go far enough down. Let's lift it up and bring it down a little bit because it got cut right there. We'll bring it down a little. Maybe we'll bring it down one whole one so we can line it up right. Okay. This is very thin tape. It's way too far over though. Whoops. So it would be very easy to rip. I'm trying really hard not to rip it. And it wants to go a different direction. I don't quite have it lined up right, so I'm trying to figure out where it needs to be, and then I'll reset the rest of it. Okay, that's good. Lift these up to get rid of the gap, the little piece sticking up. Okay. There we go. Those are fairly even. So that's what we're going to go with. And we're going to trim these so they aren't getting stuck on my hands and the paper and stuff. And then we'll go ahead and use our gyro cut to cut these out. As always, you can use any tool you have. You could even use scissors to cut these, though that would take a little bit, well, a lot of bit more time. Because you're having to turn the scissors and notebook so much. A craft knife will be easier, and one that has a rotating blade like the gyro cut will be easiest. Okay, making sure there are no bubbles on it. Looks great. Here's my little cutting mat. So we'll do one at a time. And just follow the shape of the bow. I'm not going to go right up on the foil because I don't want to accidentally cut some of the foil off. So I'm trying to go right around the outside of it, leaving a tiny little white line. I'm going slower than normal because I'm trying to keep this white line fairly even, but it's not going to be perfect. But you can see that it's still probably faster than scissors. There is a learning curve to this, so with your gyro cut, I recommend if you get it for the first time. I just have the standard blade. I don't have anything special, not the deep cut or the other more flatter blade. But with it, I recommend trying, of course you need your cutting mat of some kind. I recommend trying it with printer paper and practicing straight lines and curved lines and all that stuff. And then try it with washi tape and try it with like cardstock and things like that, because you'll find you have to press harder or softer depending on the material. And that really is just a learning curve. There's really no way to get around that because the pressure that I put with my hand, like I can't explain that to you, and it's only through the practice and figuring it out that you'll figure out exactly the pressure that you need. And I imagine each of these devices, each of the gyro cuts are just slightly different. I don't know. When you manufacture things, I imagine like the exact pressure needed might vary by device. Okay. That's not close enough. I'm going to trim that a little closer. Okay, there we go. Just so you know, this is the second to last video I will have for Patron journal spreads. This is a benefit that is being retired. I just have not been able to keep up with it like I did in the past. My art time, my packing time, my designing time, like all those things is going up and up and up. And something has to give. So it's been really, really fun. I've really enjoyed this, but this patron level will no longer be available. So I hope you guys understand. I'm still happy to take requests when you guys have themes that you want me to do. I can add them to the list of things because I'm always looking for more ideas of what to try and things like that. But it's hard to keep to a schedule. Okay, that one needs to be not used because that one was all ripped. So we're going to start trying to put this one down and see if this lines up, which it seems like it does. So then we're just going to try to line this up. Okay, it's very sticky but very fragile. So I'm just trying to do it without ripping anything. Come on. There we go. And that looks pretty good. Okay. All right. Coming over to this side. So we'll start up here with that one. That looks great. It's a little slow going placing this down, but I mean, it sure is a lot faster than having to put down like a bunch of different stickers to make the same effect, which I love doing too and puzzling it all together. But to have a long strip like this that's pretty easy is great. I just wish it was like a thicker material so that I didn't have to worry about ripping it by accident because it just feels very, very thin. So are these ones too far away? I could try to lift it up and get it closer. Let's maybe do that. Let me just get this settled first so that it doesn't unravel. Okay. Oh, no, I'm starting to rip it. I'm not going to lift it up. The tape is too fragile. We're just going to call it good. And maybe I'll trim this one. That's the one that's the furthest out, just a tiny bit from the front side so I don't actually go over the ribbon on the front. Okay. Let's just get all of these trimmed first. And there is our faux Dutch door that has an actual Dutch door in it. And we're going to create, oh my God, 3 more. I think we'll do floral, lace, floral for the 3 remaining doors. But first, that one, why'd I put you away? I'm going to need you still. So I'm just going to try to trim this one. Just the very slightest bit. So it's not quite so big over there. That'll do. Okay, there we go. We are going to figure out something in the middle here so that it's not blank here. And we'll do that at the end though. We're going to get our Dutch doors done next. And when I'm building Dutch doors like this, I usually go these pages out so that I know exactly where they are. So I want to use this one in a minute. So this is going to be kind of our other base, so this pink and that one. So I just want to look at the other pinks I've chosen for what might go here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Just gonna lay some things down really quick just to take a quick look. That one might be too peach. That one also might be too peach. I think we might be between stripes. I kind of like the idea of using, see, that might actually be more peachy. Just which of these goes the best. These two really go the best with this one. With the pink here, though, I'm not sure. Okay, I think the scalloped one is gonna do the best. Okay, so my idea to make things a little easier, since we have a wider tape here, is to do it over the seam. When you have a really thin tape, it's hard to do it over the seam because the washi likes to pull up because there's not as much adhesive. But if we have something this wide, we might not have that problem. So if we go like this and do it kind of right down the middle so that we see a little tape on both sides. Just trying to make sure it's lined up. Well, it's not quite, okay, I'm gonna go to the dots so we're as centered as possible with the two sides of the washi tape. Okay. And the goal is to have this not lift at all when we're opening and closing the tape, or the paper. Okay. Except, I think I need to adjust it in a second. We're gonna trim this and open it and see. The cool thing is that washi tapes generally are not as sticky as stickers. And that's good because when you need to move them around, they're not going to lift up and tear your page. So see how there's like this little bit that got folded over itself and not folded over the page. So I suppose we could have put this down like this and then folded it. Yeah, that probably would have been good. Okay. I'll switch it from this side and get the other one reset. Okay, so now we know it is not folded up, and there we go. So we've got that, it's there. It's still gonna form a bump because, you know, it's a fold, but it's not lifting all weird. Okay, we're gonna do this one that way now that I've learned. Usually I do two separate strips, but I thought this might save a moment's time if it's a thick enough tape that won't lift. So we're trying something new here. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, so now this one's gonna be the second one, and I need to decide which floral tape we're using. So this one's from Washi Tape Shop. As you can see, I've used it some, but it has these beautiful big flowers, some birds, and they're not, like, none of the stuff that we're doing today is symmetrical or mirror imaged, so we have to figure out the best option for all of these. Okay, so we're just opening some things up. These ones do have some strips, but these ones are very tiny. So this would not be a large Dutch door at all. I don't think we're gonna do that. Too small. Too small for what we want. And I also need to think about this color as well as we're picking flowers. So let's just lay this back out a moment. Because now that I'm looking at that, I'm not sure that this one will work well. Because it's more purple. Yeah, okay, we're going to leave this one alone, though I love this tape. Okay, and then we've got this one. This one has some more yellow in it. This one's more realistic. This one has line art, which I love. But let's just look at these. You know, I was thinking that the realistic one was going to look better, but I kind of love this one next to that one. Let's just take a look. That's like a perfect fit. Okay, yeah, we're going to go with this one. I haven't used it before either. This one I have used. So that's really fun. The cool thing about all of these is they have the white ink base. So even though these are all little pieces of florals, they all can layer. So we are going to start from the top and work our way down. So that is like one big thing of flowers. So like this one can be sitting like this, and then we can put something else over it and cover the stems and make it like one big long thing. Now, these are not symmetrical. So we are going to have to work to do the backside and figure it out. But that's okay. We have this much tape. We can do things. And we are going to use the two of the same stickers on each of these to make this even across it. Does that make sense? We're just going to start with this one because I like it. Again, it's not symmetrical. So it's going to be some work when we go to the other side to figure it out. Okay. So, these are also really thin tapes. They are folding over on themselves. They are easy to rip when you're tearing them off the washi paper. You fold it over. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if we can get it up and fix that. Okay. Using tweezers to pick up the stickers may be helpful for some. I find it takes me longer to pick up the sticker, but it does rip less. So either way would work. Okay, so while we work, we're going to go to this page and this page. And this won't be perfectly symmetrical because, again, like this one has this sticking out. This is going to have this sticking out. But it'll follow the same kind of color pattern that we are forming. So we have to roll all the way until we find that same sticker again. There we go. And we'll put it on the other side too. So we're going to need 4 of these, and that's great that I have not used this washi tape roll yet, because generally there are 4 or 5 loops of the same sticker on these washi tape sheets. So it's not going to be the exact same, but it's going to be similar. All right, so now we need to pick a sticker to go with these. And you can see I put this one in a little bit. Let's put this one in a tiny bit too. I think that's in a little bit more. Maybe it's the exact same thing. I don't know. All right. These ones are pretty. These ones actually would fill some of it really well, like going like that. So maybe that, but here's another bouquet one. I kind of like the idea of doing more bouquets. And then the yellow, I mean, I know we're doing a lot of pink, but I really like that yellow popping in there too. Let's do the yellow and then this other bouquet. Okay. I'm losing the whole roll. We'll get that in a minute. Okay, so this line is kind of the line we're following, and I'm gonna lay it so the stems, the bottom of the stems are hidden by the other tapes. And there we go. Okay, saving the washi tape or the PET tape. You stay over here now. Okay, so looking for this one so we can do the other side. And again, these aren't perfectly symmetrical between the two sides, but they'll follow the same kind of pattern, and it's great. You can also always remove leaves or little floating florals like that one to like adjust things, but we will do that on the back side as we're doing all this. Okay, I think it needs to go up a little. Yeah, that looks great. And they're all going over each other. You can see a little bit of the leaves and stuff behind this, but there is that white ink base, so it's not as bad as with like a clear sticker from a sticker book. But nothing will be totally solid when you're using these clear tapes. Unless it's like a black sticker, then it might be pretty solid. That looks so cool. Okay, we'll have one more sticker there, but let's get the matching one really quick. There we go. That looks pretty cool. What do we want to put here? These little florals will be nice and easy because of the way that they're shaped. So what if we do like a single one and then one of those, just like that, just to kind of fill that gap. So here we go. And then this one. Okay, so next steps are to cut these out and figure out the back sides. It's gonna be a process. This is probably the most complicated one. We might make the third one a little simpler. We'll see. The second Dutch door is gonna be this, so that's gonna be the easiest. Okay, gyro cut. If you're new to Dutch doors, this is more of an advanced spread with us doing these stickers that are not symmetrical and not set up for Dutch doors. If you're just starting out, I recommend trying a waterfall tab. That's when you just have straight cuts like this. That'll get you comfortable cutting your pages and creating Dutch doors before you have to think about how to puzzle them together. Then of course my stickers are made for Dutch doors, so you have the matching sticker so you don't have to think about lining them up. And then also any printable sticker. If you get into printing and cutting your own stickers, you can always print out and then print out flipped the other one so that you have matching stickers. Any printable sticker you can do that with. So any brand you love. Some great brands that offer printable stickers besides my own, of course, are Planet Derby, Caitlin Plans, I believe, had some printables. Crafty Planner Queen, I really love. Who else has printables? If you know printable shops that you have used before, drop them down below, because any printable, you can flip the image and print out a matching set. Okay, so I am actually going to do one quick thing, because this one is solid all the way through up here. This one has that gap right there, but we have a tiny piece of this sticker right here that I think might work as just the tiniest little thing to like say, hey, I'm filling in and I'm here. I'm also gonna, no, we're not gonna add this one. I tend to trim all these edges off right away, because if I'm trying to do the back side and like I put a sticker down, sometimes the two sticky sides stick together, and if I need to move something around, they kind of get stuck together and cause a hassle. So while it is cutting twice then, one time now and one time after I put down the other side, less room for error if you just get rid of these. Okay. So this is what we have so far. I think this looks really cute, but the back side is going to be the issue, right? We don't have things that are going to be perfect. So let's just go for it. Here is our sticker, and we are probably going to do sticker surgery on this in a minute, or pick alternative stickers to go with it. Okay, let's just start here and see where we get to. Sometimes it's easier to turn it this way so you can be right up next to the edges. Actually, this is not so bad right now with the way that this one goes. We have a tiny little thing here, a little thing there, but I honestly don't even know that those need to be filled in just the way that they are. Let's leave it for now. If we find tiny little details, like a tiny leaf to add here, things like that, we might add them in, but I'm not sure it's necessary. Okay, let's go find the matching flower to put over here. This one might be trickier. That's my hunch. But see, we do have at least 4 loops, and we've still got that much on it. So my guess is that there are 5 loops of images on this pet tape. That's like of repeated designs. So see how this leaf is sticking out like that? I don't think we're gonna fill that, but we can trim that leaf from this one and put it on the other side. Same with a little thing sticking out here. But the first thing is just lining this up so that we don't have anything going over the edge of our little cut lines. Okay, so you can see how we have all these big things here. We are gonna use our gyro cut with different pressures. So this is thinner than the paper that I want to cut through. So I don't want to cut all the way through that paper this time. So I did a lighter thing. I'm just going to flip this around and put it over here, and it looks like it's part of the thing, right? I can do the same with that little flower top and put it right there, and it'll look like it's part of the flower still, because it's kind of just a floating extra piece. So we're just gonna make it float over here instead. We could put something tiny right there again if we find another little thing, but it's not necessary to fill in all the things. And so now you can see these stickers are sticking together because they're sticky. That was what I was just talking about with trimming the other bits. So we are gonna figure out how this is attached, or just, I'm gonna cut this and then trim it. and trim these right away because they're already sticking together. We don't want that. All right. So we figured out those two. That worked actually better than I expected. Okay, now the yellow one, which here's one. And this may have little floating florals that we do need to move. We'll see. I'm just gonna rotate it and see how we can get it to fit. Right here might be best, except this leaf and that little blue part. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do a few little changes, okay? So you can see how these bits are hanging over and that leaf is coming over. So first, I'm gonna trim this leaf and we're gonna fix that. So we still do want it here to fill this little gap. So I'm just gonna rotate it so it's coming out lower and going upwards instead of out, so it doesn't go over. Still looks like it's part of it, right? Okay, this one I have to cut over the edge a little bit. So I'm gonna put that down so I have a flat surface and go like that. Just move this. Let's just put it right here kind of over the yellow flower. And then we have one other flower sticking out over the edge of the page. So I'm going to remove that one too if I can. And have it coming out just over here, just to fill that gap. Actually, I'm going to pick that back up and just put it way up here because we had that tiny little hole right there and that'll fill it. Okay. So we have just such long strands of washi here because we're going through 4 loops at once. So many things. Okay. This one is going to be harder to fit, okay? So there is a leaf coming off into here with this one. So what I might do, that one would go up way high if we do it right there. But if we do it like this, I think we can do something. Okay, we have a few things to adjust because you can see this flower is going over, that flower is going over, and we need to get a leaf coming out there. So first thing, we'll move this leaf, the same leaf that we moved on the other side, and we're gonna make it stick out over here. And see if it, yeah, that lines up pretty well. Okay, then that flower is sticking over the edge, so we don't want it there. And we actually had a little spot here that could be filled, so that works well. And then this blue flower is also over the edge, so I'm gonna move it and just adjust our little layout of flowers. There we go. Now it works. Okay. We're making progress. This is what I call sticker surgery. So we're figuring it out and making it work. Okay, so this one definitely is not as good a fit as the others, but we can make it work. I need the cutting mat again because I need to go over the edge with my cut. So I'm going to cut off this flower and that little piece, leaving these 2 parts because they fill the gap nicely. And we're going to figure out where these can fit. And there are two little pieces. And then we have one leaf that is hanging over. So we're just gonna put that there to fill that. Let's wait on that. Let's fix this leaf and then figure out where this one goes. Okay, if we put it up this way, it kind of looks a little funny because it just ends right there. But what if we just have this tiny little flower coming up from here? Kind of silly, but it'll do because we're going to put some other flowers here in a minute. So it's just, I think it'll flow. I think it'll work. All right. This side. Okay, it's up here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, this fits decently. We just need to get like something right there, which I think I don't need to trim any of these off. I think we just need to find like a little piece of something to put in there. This is a slightly kind of different flower than these, but it's the same color with a yellow center. So I'm just going to put that one in here just to fill that gap. We do have some tiny gaps here as well, but I'm not sure I worry about those as much since they're inner rather than right on the edge. So let's just go with it. All right. Here are these stickers again. I folded that end over by accident. We'll see if we can get by without using that part. Okay, so here we might need to put in some other little things. Okay, so we're gonna use the bottom of this one like that. Okay, yeah, let's get in one more flower there, but after I've done the ones here, just so that I know that I have enough of them. Oops, I just folded that one over trying to save it. Okay. Okay. So this one, I don't think we need anything else. Maybe we could though, just to, this one actually might work really well. Just to kind of, these are all pretty wide. This one is skinnier down at the bottom, so maybe just something like that to pull it all together. Cool. Okay, let's trim that up. No stickers sticking together like earlier. All right. And over here, we also want to put something there. So maybe we do that same purple flower, just because we're keeping things even from side to side. We'll put it like that. Perfect. All right, throwing things around, but there is our set. Our very first Dutch door. We have our faux Dutch door and our Dutch door. And I mean, that turned out better than I thought it would. All right, guys, this is turning out to be a long video. So pause if you need to go take a break, come back. But we are moving on. Just gonna leave that all over there. We're gonna do this one and then decide if we're doing more flowers or if we're doing some other pink thing from like a sticker book or something like that. So first, let's just peel this up. I don't know how much I have of this left, so let's hope that I have enough. I think I do. Oh my gosh, flying everywhere. So what I want to do when I'm doing tapes like this, I don't push it down yet and I lay it down and move it around, seeing if white gaps appear between the tape that I'm trying to place and the one that I've already put down. So I think that's where it's got to be, and it comes all the way to where this one is, but That's okay. I also did I rotate it a tiny bit, or is it okay? I think it's fine. It's close enough. There's a little bit of sticky on this, so I'm going to get that off. Don't want that attaching to other stickers. So if you ever have like double-sided tape or something that's on stuff, you can just roll it until it comes off. I don't know why that one's sticky. Probably some of the adhesive from here. But I think that's fine now. All right. So let's go ahead and trim this one and get it down on the other side. And then go from there. Okay. So to keep it even, I have these bumps out here. Oh my gosh, look at that. What happened there? The piece is going to be on this one somewhere, isn't it? Is it not? Okay, we might need a whole other piece right there, which we're starting to run out of this. This might be bad, but we're going for it. Okay, I'm putting this here. That one's perfect. That is a problem. So let's do this. All right. Is that the piece? Oh, I might see the piece right here. Is this gonna fit back on, or is it gonna look weird? Let's see if we can make it work. Okay, my head is gonna get in it because I have to lean really closely to line this up. Oh, I think we're good. I think we don't have to waste some of this tape. Whew, because we don't have much left. I want to make sure we can get both of these completed on both sides. This is supposed to be the easiest part of it. These were Baroque lace tapes from the washi tape shop, and it came in a set of a bunch of colors. There was like a white, a black, a green, a brown, like all sorts of colors with different lace shapes. Super fun. Some of my favorite. So we're just going to do the little bumps like this, not worrying about following it perfectly. I'm not following every single little flower. I'm just making the arch. And if I really thought about it, I would have made sure these arches were even. They're actually pretty even. I didn't even think about it, and they're lining up pretty well. Okay, there's a little fuzzy spot. I'm going to get that again, where it kind of tore instead of cut all the way through. Sometimes happens, but easily fixable. Okay. Trim this sticker bit. And flipsies. So if you've noticed, there are less videos on my channel than usual. It's summer break. Kids are, well, here and there. We've got camps and stuff going on, but more stuff going on than normal with them and me. And then also I'm busy in Advent calendar planning. And just really focused in on that. So fewer videos than normal, but I'm trying to get really exciting videos and make them really worth it. So this one is going to be a goodie, I think. All right, so you see how easy that was to line up this lace tape because it's just all these little arches. So let's do this side too. Oh, good, we have enough, barely. Okay, I don't think I can get another Dutch door out of this tape. I love using a tape all the way to the end. It's always so satisfying. Okay. All right. There is our third tape. Look at that. Okay, so now we have to decide. I don't know that the pinks in this are gonna work because they're bright. There is the neutral. That's more beige though. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with more florals to match it up. Okay, so we're just gonna use this again. And, right, we have one more, just double checking. Yes, we have one more page before we do our last thing. Or, random other idea. I have all my base tapes. Normally I do base tapes on the back page. What if I do it on the middle page so it's one less intricate cut, and then these on the back page? And if I do that, I could do the thinner tape with the roses because it's a little more exciting. Let's just see what this looks like. Okay, because I've been waiting to use this one, and that actually, okay, pros and cons. The rose matches really well with these tapes. Con, it's a totally different art style than that. Other options, I have my own script tape. It's got coffee stains on it and no florals, but it's not the same tone as this, so I don't think it would go with that. So that's not an option. Okay, do we want to do a script tape or this tape? Choices, guys. Okay, or, no, that's not going to work. Okay, or this one. Wait, let's just take a look really quick. Just thinking through some options to like make it exciting, but also what are we feeling? Is that too much of the same? I think we need more florals, guys. I really think we need more florals. Okay, we're just gonna do that. It's gonna take some time. Where's the end of this? Okay, but we are gonna go for some different types of stickers this time, not make the big bouquet thing down it. I think this is a great tape for this. So this sticker is sticking out. That's going to be a little bit interesting, but it's easily trimmed just at the stem so that we can put it on different sides. So you think it's like right about here. I'm not going to press it down yet. Yeah, that'll do. And again, we're going to do the two sides at once. So let's go find that matching flower. And rip it down the middle immediately. Okay, and rip it again. Oh my gosh, you. All right. So this one's going to be poking out that way. So my idea is on this one, what if we put it upside down so it still pokes out just in a slightly different way? I think I'm cool with that. Okay, so this, we're going to line up right about there. I'm not going to push that down yet. I'm just going to check. Yeah, that'll do. It's not quite the same as this one, obviously, because we're pointing them different directions, but it's the best we got in our circumstance of everything that we're doing. Okay, looking at other big stickers. I really like this long one because we are trying to save some space too, because we want to see the back Dutch door. So I want to get it going along this line. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. That is a nice long sticker for this. Oh, we have like a little bluebell one too. Maybe that'll look nice because we have some blue in this other one. Okay. Okay. Trying to lay it out. All right. How does that look? Yes, that's great. We've got a little bubble though. Come on, peel up. Just wanting to tear up a little, but we got it. Okay, what goes below? This one's very pink here. Do we want to keep it all pink or add a little flare? Because this one's pink, we could do yellow. We have the bluebell, but the bluebell does turn. That would be very hard to recreate. We could put the envelope. I like the envelope. Though, do we want the envelope on top of like one of these on the back page? Maybe the envelope is saved for that. This blue one would be nice and easy. As far as things go. But also, what if we get a little bit of the yellow one in as well? Okay, but the yellow one will be over here, so we won't need to make it part of the Dutch door. We don't have to worry about that. It's just adding some width to this page and some color variety to the page. Okay. Very cool. It's a little shiny, so there you go. Okay, we need to get these two. So we need another blue and another yellow. There's the yellow. Where's the blue? Here's the blue. Okay. We're going to put this one here and then get the yellow one next to it, but slightly shorter, like that. Just double check it really quick. Yeah, that's fine. I'm hoping this one is easier for the back side. These we can easily trim. They're not like layered over the other stuff super closely. So if we cut it off, the other flower still will look like itself and not look like it has a big gap. So we'll see. Can't believe we've used this much of the pet tape roll. But this is where we're at so far. That looks so cool. We have to do this too. Oh my God. I'm not cutting super closely into these things because I want to try to make it as easy as possible to get the backside. Hey sticker, if it has a big gap on the backside too, I'll trim it down. But if not, we can leave it like it is, just to make it easier to complete that part. Oh my God. This is so fun. I love this one. Amanda, I hope you're loving this. All right, and again, leaving these little white spaces that would be like really tiny, just so maybe the backside is a little easier, but we'll trim it if we can. got a little fluff there that I need to trim off. All right. These look so fun. Okay. So we are looking for the flowers. Here we go. Here's this one. I actually have a feeling that we're going to need to trim these and put them on separately. So while it's on this backing paper, I am going to do the tiny little 2 trims that we need to do to separate these 2 out so that we can place them. So see, I've got that one and I've got this one, and we're going to start with these. We're going to do that part after. So see how nicely this one fits down on its own? Like, that worked out well. And this one too, I'm going to rotate it a little bit. Just going to trim off the tiniest top bit right there. You'll barely notice. Just because I want that stem going like it's behind that flower, so it's not just free floating. Everything flipped. There it is. I was like, where did it all go? Okay, now it was like this for this one. We could do this again and cut off that little bit. But let's just check it this way first. No, I like it this way still. So we are going to trim off that little bit, but I'm just going to make sure that's lining up. So we're going to trim off that little bit and put it in the gap that we have over here. And then we'll have a tiny little thing here to fill as well, and we will figure that out. Okay. Trying to make it so it's like coming out of this flower instead, and there we go. Okay, we're gonna fill something right there right now. We have these tiny little blue flowers. We have blue throughout the spread, so I think it's gonna be okay. We're just gonna go with it and put a blue flower and then put a larger blue flower. And it's just a little extra blue throughout. Okay, let's get this side. I have so much unraveled right now. Oh, wrong way. Getting so confused. Where are we? It's the 4th one. There we go. Okay. So we are going to do the same thing and trim this ahead of time, doing that sticker surgery to make it fit as nicely as possible. All right. And we'll place these first again. Okay. So this one was at the top this time because it was upside down. And this one we'll put this way like it's going into that one. So it's a little different because this one, it goes in at a different angle to the flower, but that's all right. All right, so now this one originally would be like this. We actually could maybe do something where it's like rotating this way and fill in something there. That could work. The other option is to do it like something like that. What if we bring it down the tiniest bit? It fills that perfectly. Actually, I really like that. We have a little thing to do here, but that'll fill the gap really well. It's a different flower, but it's still pink. Slightly different pink, but it'll do. Okay. There we go. There's that. Okay, what's the next sticker? Oh yeah, those long little doodly ones. Come on. This one's easy to tear because that one is separated. Okay. Got it. I felt it trying to rip and I was like, no, stay. All right. So I want to try to put this piece right there. Is that gonna work? Yes, it is. And then we have a leaf to deal with. And we'll just trim that leaf and just trim off the end of the stem. We're gonna put this leaf coming out like that. And trim the stem. Good enough. This is going over that flower more than I want right now, just the way that it's looking. So I'm gonna take off that top bit. There we go. Okay. Which way am I rotating to find one more? This way? Yeah. Oh, I think I'm the stuff that I haven't done before. So there must be one more of these flowers somewhere. There it is. Oh, I still have a little bit to trim right there as well. Let's see. So this one doesn't pop out as much as the other one does. What if we did it upside down and trimmed off some of the greenery? Okay, that doesn't work as well. What if we rotate it like this? And it's coming out a little bit, but I think we could make do with the things that we've got. So we're gonna trim this like it's coming out from behind these little flowers. So we don't need that at all. And then we can use these two to kind of go this way. So we need yellow and blue. Gonna grab them both and see what works better. I don't need the end of that, so I'm not worrying about taking it apart too much. Okay. So we're gonna do this one differently because this one goes that way. The yellow one does go this way a little bit, so I think it's gonna be better right here and then blue next to it. There we go. That's great. All right, this side, one more set of them. Now, which way do I think I'll find some flowers? Here we go. There's one. So the other one must be to the left as well. Okay. Yeah. And this one, again, that's rotating kind of the wrong way. So let's go with this one first. Just go over like that. And this one like that. Cool. All right, so that is all of the Dutch doors. We still have a lot to do. with decorating. I'm going to try to separate this into chapters so you could, you know, pause throughout and go back to where you left off and things like that. But that's the Dutch doors. I think those look awesome. So I haven't used this tape much. I want to see what it looks like. This is my absolute favorite. I love that one, but I'm going to try this one. It's also a great base tape because it is neutral, patterned, but not like crazy pattern. Okay, what we're going to do is lay one on one side and one on the other side and take a look and decide which one we're using. I have a feeling I'm going to go with the script tape. It's my classic. It's my go-to. But we'll see. I have bought this tape like 3 or 4 times. The one thing that I do not like about it is that it is so sticky. It is hard to unravel without starting to tear like I'm doing here. And it's a little bit harder to pick up off the page. So I'm going to try not to press hard. I'm just going to put it like that. Yeah, I think I gotta go with the script. I love this one, but with all the flowers on the page, I don't think this is the one to go with it right now. This would be great if it was a non-floral theme to add a little bit of floral stuff and like nature, but not this one. Okay. And we are gonna put a few stickers on it. Like I wanna use the envelope on one of these sides. We have to decorate the middle. We have to put down some boxes. Oh my God, this video is so long, isn't it? I could have split it into 2, but that's all right. This way you can come back, watch more later. But if you want to sit down and watch the whole thing right away, it's here for you. It is sometimes easier to cut from the back so that you can see exactly where the page line is as you're trimming your tapes off the edge of the page. Turn it this way. Okay, one last tape we're going to grab while we do this, and that is picking a thin tape to go with it. Let's just take a look at these really quick. These are from Live Love Posh. I've used this one quite a bit, but I think it's the best fit. Okay. And what I like to do is just add a pink or any color border to match this spread along the white line here so that it's like an edge. I just think it pulls it together and makes it look a little more, I don't know, not professional. This is our own personal journals, right? It just makes it all more put together. I don't know, like look at that versus this. This is fine, but that is like just a little bit better to me. If you don't feel that way, that's totally cool. It's your journal. Do how you want to do it. There's no right or wrong in journaling. I went to Paper World Expo and did some workshops. Amy Tangerine did one. And she said something along the lines of, there's no wrong way to journal. The only wrong thing you can do is not do it at all. So don't just look at your supplies and get afraid. Look at your supplies and be inspired and start using them. It's a process. It's the creative process. It's not going to be perfect, but part of it is just using your brain in that way. It's great for your mental health, great for, I mean, we all want to journal and write down our thoughts and stuff like that, but oh, look at how cute that is with the little envelope. It's just really great to do. All right. We only have one envelope out of all of these. Do I want to do another envelope or have a like bouquet of something that we hadn't used sticking right out? This one is a very large set of florals. I actually like that one. I like there to be sort of symmetry. Maybe that's not the right word. I like to make sure that when I'm doing this, things are even, but not like necessarily exactly the same. Balanced is the word. So I have something here. You flip all the way to the front. I have something up here. Same thing goes for when we're putting our boxes down in a few minutes. Making sure it's balanced across the page. All right, and that's all we need on the front and back side. We have a lot of florals going on. We do need to do something here. So, you know what I think we're gonna do? Where did my washi tape go? I think we're gonna do this down the middle and use the same tape there and kind of decorate that. So there are two different pages for journaling on the inside too. And they're kind of separated. That'll look pretty cool, I think. All right, so the hard part is making sure this is centered. Okay. And pushing it down so that it closes. Okay, I'm gonna just try it here. It's not quite centered. We'll scoot it over. Push it down in the middle. I think that'll do. Okay, so the hardest part about putting a tape down the middle like this is cutting at the seam. So we don't want to cut the ribbons. And we don't want to cut any of the pages. It's hard to get your scissors in there sometimes. Okay. And then let's just see if it closes and opens. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so the problem here is that when we close it, there's still some white there, which is why I wanted to use this again to create those little borders so that there is something behind the bows. Let's just, before I rip this, take a look at how that looks. Yeah, it looks like the bow's on another line. Oh, that's actually really cute. Okay, would that be the same here? Yeah, let's just get this one right there. Yeah, that'll do. Look at that. Okay, let's trim these up. We'll put a few decorations in here, and some of them will go over the edge. And then we'll just put some boxes in, and then we're going to be done. So if you want to start trying things like this, go check out one of my videos on waterfall tabs, and then look up my videos with easy Dutch doors. Those will give you the first starter ones to try. This is one that I am so happy if you'll try it, but it probably isn't your first one. And of course, always tag me in your creations when you are posting, if you post anything on social media, because I want to see what you create. All right. I'm going to have these going kind of across. I think that'll look kind of cool. So I'm going to have them go up to the edge here and then go over it. And then I'm going to have one start over here and go that way. I just think that's kind of like different. Yeah, I think that's cool. I don't think I've done something like that before, but I just suddenly was inspired to do that. And let's do it all the way down with some gaps to be able to see the beautiful script text as well. Okay, this one's gonna go like that, so it's gonna start further down, and we're not gonna trim that flower, we're just gonna trim the stem right there and then line it up. So this one actually goes over the edge there too, and then this little bit sticks out over. You have to push the stickers into the spine there. Okay, I think one more coming out this way, and then we'll be good. Let's do the blue one. if I can pick it up. Come on. No, this is one that's going to want to tear because they're all separated. Okay, there we go. And we're going to put it like that. So I'm going to trim just, well, something is folded over. So we'll just trim right there. Okay. And there we go. There's that one. Okay, we have a little bump on that. All right. There we go. So then when you have it here. Oh, that looks really cool. Okay, this is wild, but super cool. Okay, we need some boxes and then we're done. I decided to use Mojo Jojo Plans Black Boxes sticker book, and I decided to do this separately off camera because this video is already so long, so we can go over how I like to layer boxes in future videos. We're going to go ahead and skip forward to the final flip through. This is the final result. So we'll start from the beginning and flip through. So Amanda, I hope you love this. This was a lot of fun to create. So here is the final result. Mainly using washi tape shop stuff, but these bows are from Simply Gilded. Boxes are from Mojo Jojo Plans. This looks so much fun. All right. I hope you guys love this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.